Now Tomas Cameron, these are unusual things for a Westford man, hurling ball.
Absolutely.
How did you get involved with hurling ball?
Like a lot of parents, I got involved with hurling through my son. I introduced him to hurling in our local club. I went along as a parent and I suppose was curious, standing on the sideline, and I continued to stay on the sideline for a number of years until I got involved with the club. We're a community-based club here, based in Ballybarry. We have about 160 members, and we're here today as part of Finn and the Tuham to just I suppose, introduce our club to the community. What we have here on the table today is this would be, I suppose, a perfect illustration about from once a child comes to our club at say 5 years of age, of the step-by-step process of what individual balls they will hurl with.
And what to do with the little bag?
Well, this is a bean bag, so it is. Really, most kids that have come to us at 5 years of age, they have no idea about hurling or hurleys or whatever. So literally just get this, to throw them around, pass it around, put it on the hurl, run around with it and flick it to each other. Then they move on to a bean ball. These probably could nearly be introduced into one night. Similar type of thing again, it's moving them into the slitter type shape. Then they move on to this guy. This is called a first touch. This is the first ball they'll hurl with.
It's soft, is it?
It is, yeah. It's big. Obviously, it's big for the reason big that it's easier for them to hit it. Obviously, and it's soft, it's light, and they'll hurl with that for about a year. And then they'll progress on to this guy. He's called a smart touch. Kids of about 6, 7 years of age will start hurling with that, and they'll hurl with that probably up to about the age of about 8, depending on the size of the child too, obviously. And then they'll move on to this guy. He's a smart touch. He's exactly the same as the quick touch. Obviously, he's a little bit heavier, and they'll hurl with that for a number of years. Then they'll move on to this guy. He's the number 4. They'll probably be about 12 or 13 years of age when they're introduced to this slitter, and they'll hurl with that for again about 2 years. And then they'll move up to this guy eventually. Kids that are probably about 16 or 17. This is a number 5, and this is literally what the League Tartan Cup would be played with. This is a championship slitter. So
that's the ball. What weight is that about?
That's probably in my hand. That could be about 60 grams maybe.
Why is it ridged?
Oh, that's just for the aerodynamics,
Aerodynamics. Is that the way they were built always?
No. If you go into the main arena here, you'll find a fabulous exhibition on hair hurling balls, and it's well worth going and have a look at it. This guy here is this is what they call an all-weather ball. It's we call it a wall ball. This is a ball that kids can hurl up against the wall at their house, or a handball alley, or a hurling ball. And it's obviously it's made of tougher stuff than these guys. These guys would fall apart.
And what's the hurling made out of then?
Hurling is made out of ash, yeah.
Plastic. They tried plastic one time. It didn't work, did it?
We tried it. I think back in the 80s there was fiberglass hurleys, but there is a hurley now you can buy called a Cooltech hurley, and that's plastic fiberglass. Not 100% sure that the actual material, but last year's Clare team, I believe, there was about 3 or 4 of the lads hurling with them hurleys. So
They don't seem to like anything but the ash, do they? The good guys.
Well, if you go down to the likes of the guys in Kilkenny, they like the ash that they've been hurling with. That's what they've been brought up to hurl with, and that's what they're used to. They like.